Do you remember spending Saturdays getting your fingertips covered in glue, making model airplanes, or positioning tiny trees and toy cars on model railroad sets? You would usually find all of these products on the cluttered shelves of your local hobby shop. Model kits literally cram the shelves. They also stocked paint, glue, materials to make Pinewood Derby cars, and books to stash collectible coins. Let's also not forget the model trains and cars, as well as the plastic tanks and fighter planes they carried. Usually, they had pegs loaded down by epoxy tubes, rubber tires, train set buildings, nylon airplane propellers, and model rocket motors hiding the walls. There were also displays stuffed with one-cylinder glow-plug engines and RC transmitters. Model collecting and model building were quintessential hobbies in the United States, and assembling models were especially popular from the 1930s to the 1970s. During the 1930s and 40s, most models were made of wood. Some of these included the balsa wood gliders, cars, airplanes, and boats. Perhaps one of the most well-known model companies is Revell, who pioneered the plastic model kits. It started in 1943, when founder Louis Glazer had the idea to build a true-to-scale car out of plastic parts. This idea revolutionized the recreation of modeling. Shortly after, Aluminum Model Toys, or AMT, Aurora, and Monogram got into making plastic model kits too. By the 1950s, plastic models were extremely popular. In fact, the magazine Boy's Life said that 80% of boys would become builders of scale models by 1956. The various model companies eventually started to veer away from the stock models. Many specialty modelers and customizers, famous for their wild creations, were hired by model companies to sponsor and create new kit designs. As video games from the 1980s came into the picture, the popularity of model building dropped off. The majority of kids who once spent hours gluing and clamping plastic parts together are now grown-ups with kids or grandkids of their own. While the majority of hobby shops have since closed down, there are still some around. Which hobby shops do you remember from your childhood?